Good evening, one and all. Welcome to another 11 Mile Sessions Live. I am Scott Boatwright. You probably thought you got rid of me, but I'm back. I'm like a cockroach. You can't kill me. But anyway, I am so happy to welcome my dear friend back. The one, the only Yeti. And he's going to entertain us with all kinds of different sounds and visuals, as you can probably already see. Anyway, we're going to have a good time here. We're going to do something a little more whimsical than usual, and I'm happy for that. Anyway, all right. You ready, Yeti? All right, let's get started.
Just going for it. Come out and play.
All right.
All right.
So that's the name of that track? Come Out and Party, or what? That was just the finale. You said that, huh?
Yeah.
Check. It's called All Hallows Eve. On the album, it's just instrumental.
Mhm.
Later, I came up with lyrics for it, though. It's pretty much just like Devil's Night stuff.
So when you get rich and famous, then you can do like Metallica and you do all the outtakes. Here's the instrumental version. Here's the vocal. And here's the one where I was just screwing around. I did neither.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much when it comes live, I can just do whatever. I just ad-lib most of them as it is.
That's good. I mean, I would do that too. I would get bored if I did it the exact same way all the time, every time. And, you know, and to be honest with you, the fans aren't like that anymore. They either want the greatest hits pounded into their brain for the rest of their life, or, you know, they don't, you know.
I kind of like giving them something different when they come to the show that's not on the album.
Oh,
It's like you can listen to that at home, but you come to the show to see what's different.
Okay, which album is that, and what is it called?
Damn it, what is the name of that album? It was the second album I just released 2023.
Okay. You can think about it. We'll talk, you know.
I think it's Everything's Gonna Be All Right or something.
That sounds familiar. I think you're...
It's on Spotify.
Okay, so, yeah, do your homework, kids. You know, find out what the heck
Look
the name
it up.
All right, what would you like to do next?
I got another one from that album, too. I think it's track 5 on that.
Mm-hmm.
This one's called Genocide.
All right, a happy tune. Genocide. All right. So we were talking about it before the show. That said you were working on new material. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, I do have some new material in the works. I got a music video that's like a year late coming out in June for the last album. No, it is for this album. That's not released yet. Wait, is it? Social. It was for the single that was released last year. For this, but that single's part of this album that I'm working on, that I'm sitting on, that I still need to finish with the Schwank Soundstead, which is a house studio in Port Huron. You should check out, and you can look up, and you could book a show there if you want. Just email Brendan. Probably the coolest spot in Port Huron to play if you're looking for a spot to play in Port Huron.
The Schwank?
The Schwank Soundstead.
Okay.
Schwank.
Awesome. I will have to check out that one of these days.
They
Man.
they actually had they're like a remote studio, and they had someone from Cartoon Network come in to use their studio for a voiceover because it was the studio in the area where he was at.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what cartoon it was, but I was like, that's really cool.
That's dope. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, then look forward to that new music video. But I do pay attention. I mean, I'm a very busy person as far as I'm always organizing something, booking something. But when I have on my downtime, my free time, I pay attention to what's going on, and I do. Your name pops up a lot. I wasn't joking earlier.
Gross.
You've been able to do a decent amount of performing on a regular basis, not only in Port Huron, but around here somewhere. And
I'm getting out. I'm trying.
yeah, well, you got to.
Going to Ohio in July.
Woohoo!
Watch out, Ohio.
Hitting the big time. Just a word of advice: go anywhere but avoid Columbus.
Columbus?
Mm-hmm.
I liked Columbus when we went through it a couple of times.
Yeah, well, this is me not. I'm not talking, crap about it. I went there.
Don't talk crap. I want to hear it.
I went there in 2004, and we did a mini, like Midwest Eastern tour. It was a noise artist. And he goes under the name Government Alpha. He's been around forever. If you Google him,
Okay.
I mean, if you like pure noise, this isn't. He's got. I forgot what they called him. When you can manipulate the noises. It's kind of a joystick. It's normally used for like techno artists, but he used it for noise.
Interesting.
So he could go from the highest pitch all of a sudden to whoomp, drop dead bass. But he got so good at it. I mean, that was his baby. Anyway, I digress. But we went around a few cities. The most dangerous one I think we were at was in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it was where the art gallery was, because sometimes that's where they are, because that's the only place they can afford to have a gallery just due to cost. And yeah, and when we went to Columbus, I mean, people just would give us the dirty look. I mean, I got a look from somebody. It was like I killed his mother. And just imagine me, but like 25 years ago. I was not.
You weren't wearing like a Michigan shirt or something, were you?
No.
Because I've been down there when they had like their Buckeye thing going on, and I'm like,
Yeah.
man, thank God I'm not wearing blue and gold or something.
No, when you go to I think my daughter lived there for many years, so I'm speaking from firsthand experience. She barely made it out of there alive. So it's, if you go to the right place, it's really nice. But once you get to that spot, it's just, it's all drug addicts. It's all, but when I went there, it wasn't so much drug addicts, but it was like, I mean, I'm not making this up. I saw more than one person wearing a wife beater. More than one woman with a black eye. Kids that would run up to us. There was 4 of us. Yasatoshi, I mean, if you didn't know him better, he looked like Bruce Lee. I mean, you didn't know what he was to do. PBK, my friend, I was his mini-me. He was as big as me like this, but he was like 6'4", and he was an ex-football player. Meanwhile, the other guy looks like a gang member from Southwest. These are all wonderful people, but appearance-wise, I don't know what was going on, but every time we bounced around, we were even afraid in the gallery we played that.
Oh, wow.
I mean, when all of us freak out, I grew up in the ghetto in Detroit.
Yeah.
There's something going on. Nothing against the people, the good people, and the good part of it, but man, if you go the wrong end of town, holy crap. But, well, the last time I heard, my daughter just moved back up here 2 years ago. It hasn't changed. It's gotten worse.
Oh, wow, probably.
So I hope that they improve someday. I mean, Detroit has come a long way. I don't know if you've noticed, even just since you started touring.
Yeah.
here.
I mean, I've seen Lager House before the previous owner, and it was kind of like it's brought up a lot,
Yeah.
especially in that area.
Yeah, it's the area. It's not the owner. PJ was a
No.
wonderful man.
No, yeah, it was, yeah, but that area's come up. Yeah.
I never in my wildest dreams did I think that that whole strip would be college students, young folks, up and coming, you know, whatever you call them now. We called them preppies back then. Then they called them yuppies, and now I don't know offhand, you know.
Is hipsters one?
Hipsters, yeah, but you know, but anyway, I should stop talking. But yeah, but I'm really happy to see your continued success. I'm seeing a difference, not in your performance or your talent, but you know, you're really getting out there.
I'm trying.
Yeah,
There's always someone out there that even if I play a show for one person, they're just like, you know what? I've never seen that before, and I really liked it, and it's worth it.
isn't that gratifying? You know, when I was doing the whole noise scene, like with Yasatoshi, if you could get like 40 to 50 people in the room, that was a huge success.
That's a pretty good show.
But on the good side, it's like you had their undivided attention.
Yeah.
They weren't there going back and forth to get drinks, go to the bathroom, you know, talking over what you're doing. And they all said the same thing. I'd rather have 5 people just looking at me like, wow, than 50 people that, am I in the room? Am I doing anything? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Am I invisible?
Anyways, we should get back to another track, please.
All right.
This is gonna be another
This is going to be a new one
off the album that's
in the process.
processed.
In the process.
Process. I'm losing my brain. I'm slipping away. I'm going insane. I'm losing my brain. I can't feel the pain. I can't feel the pain. I'm slipping away. I'm going insane. I'm losing my brain. I can't feel the pain. I can't feel the pain. Too many late nights drinking and smoking and eating away at my brain. Too many trips on mushrooms and acid and punch holes into my brain. I'm slipping away. I'm going insane. I'm losing my brain. I can't feel the pain. I can't feel the pain. I'm losing my brain. I'm going insane. I'm losing my brain. I can't feel the pain. I can't feel the I'm slipping away, I'm going insane, I'm losing my brain. I can't feel the pain, I can't feel the pain, I can't feel the pain.
I can't feel the pain.
All right, a short but sweet one, huh?
Yes, little sweet cake.
Where's there it is? There she is.
Yeah, your notes.
That's how new they are. That's how new they are.
All right. I like that. I like that.
I wrote him today. Just today. This morning. at work on the line while doing tickets.
Yeah. I remember back in the heyday, a lot of the really huge bands used to do that shit before the drugs and the alcohol and everything else got in the way. I mean, those bands from the 70s, they were on the airplane between, stadiums, and that's what they were doing with their time. But now it's like, wow.
And now you have it in your hand. Like, there's artists that literally record with just their iPhones, and you could do it anywhere, but,
Yeah.
it's not good enough. I need a studio. You get that, too.
Well, I mean, there's both sides of the argument. I see it. To me, it's good if you stay creative. Don't rest on your laurels, and don't overthink it. That's the thing. Some of the greatest bands in time were not technically the greatest. It was their creativity and all kinds of things. Like you, I mean,
There's more to it than just writing music.
yeah. And you're never going to win awards for best vocalist or
No.
drummer,
No,
but you bring something unique to the table.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to cut through the pile of...
Horse manure, that's what we
Yes.
call it.
Yes. Thank you.
And by the way, if you say horse shit, don't worry about it.
Okay, cool.
I don't go out of your way, but
Oh, I'm trying now.
Cool. I look forward to that later on. All right, why don't we do another one?
Oh, no. Okay, another new.
Fresh stuff.
Fresh horse manure.
All right. Shit!
1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. This ain't my first rodeo. I'll ride a tab from sundown to sun. That ain't no sprinkles or sugar. It's DMT and THCA. Now get back, son. This spine's about to launch into space. I said get back, son. My mind's about to blow. Step back, the smile's about to launch into space. I said, get back, the smile's about to blow. I'm a psychedelic donut cowboy. I'll flip this brain inside out. I'll walk to the moon and back. We'll make these beans over fire. I'm a psychedelic donut cowboy. Get along. Get along, little doggy. Let's ride off into that sunset. We'll make a fire and we'll sleep under the stars tonight. I'm a psychedelic donut cowboy.
I missed that one. What was the name of that one?
Psychedelic Donut Cowboy.
I didn't hear. Somehow I didn't hear the boy. That's probably my hearing. But okay, that's what I thought you said.
It was totally based off of just a costume we had at home with this disco ball cowboy hat Megan has, and then we have this donut costume, and then drugs are cool. as long as you're safe and responsible,
Oh yeah.
don't do drugs. Anyways, but I was like, I like that character, so I just wrote a song.
Yeah. Well, it's a different thing, but that's what Paul McCartney did for most of his career.
It's me trying to be country a little bit,
Okay.
a little bit,
I could see that. I could see that.
like cowboys, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, sometimes you just simplify it because songwriters like him, they would just pick ordinary, just anything, you know. I mean, paperback writer, you know.
Yeah.
Things like, you know.
I like that stuff where just the Flaming Lips would use a lot of weird things, but I like a lot of just the mundane life stuff, like just walking to work. But
I love Flaming Lips. Yeah. Flaming Lips. Have you ever got to see them?
yes, I saw him at Pitchfork probably in 2009. I want to say.
Holy crap. I'm impressed.
Before Miley Cyrus ruined them, but that's okay. I got over it.
Oh, shit.
I don't know. I was just like, why'd you do that, Wayne? Why? Why are you selling out like that? But I get it. She was a fan. It would push him farther. They're huge. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, because she was a fan. She was a fan of the Flips. That's why it got, yeah.
Well, she's like some other pop artist. She has talent, but she
Yeah,
likes to...
I respect her. I have more respect for her now that I know a little bit more
Yeah.
about her.
But I think she just overdoes it with I'm going to change my whole look and whatever.
You
know.
kind of have to do that too at the top like that, because I don't know. Even at the even with song, you're supposed to push single like every 8 weeks or something, and that's a lot to put out.
Well, for...
And then when you put that
something
single
that big.
out, you should be putting out a music video with it too.
Yeah, and you should already have the next one planned.
Yep.
and,
You
yeah.
should be having them stacked. That's I'm still working on it.
But I was very lucky to see Flaming Lips at the beginning of their career. I didn't catch them at the very beginning. You know how long they've been around.
Yeah, since like the 80s.
Yeah, but the early 90s, I jumped right on the grunge and alternative before it even started getting big because I was bored. I was bored with all the crap from the late 80s. It was just formulaic. It was all ballads, power ballads, all that stuff. And I'm like, please help me. And I really do remember the first time I heard Smells Like Teen Spirit on the radio before it hit big. They finally played it on WRIF, and I'm like, holy, what is this? And then I started hearing more like that, and then I was, thank you. I was just, it wasn't like reinventing the wheel, but it was so fresh. Anyway, Flaming Lips was always the supporting act for almost everybody I would try to, go to see.
Hell yeah.
I saw them at, trying to remember, I think it was the 93 Lollapalooza, and that was back when it toured around the country, and it was at Pine Knob. So back then, tickets were dirt cheap, so it didn't, you could go like you go to local shows back then. It was
And
so
gas was cheaper.
yeah, but I saw them at Lollapalooza. I saw them open up for the Smashing Pumpkins. I saw them open
Ooh.
up for, I don't know. I don't remember all of them off the top of my head. But you know what I'm saying? It was like every time there was that cool band coming up, they were right along with them. Because they were very influential. They were one of those bands. I'm glad they finally got their due. I mean,
Yeah.
in the early 90s, they were always the warm-up act, but I still loved them. They were awesome. I still wanted to see at least one show where he went across the crowd in the bubble.
Or there's that show in COVID where everybody was in a bubble.
Yeah. I just about did that a couple times because no one was going to stop me from going to show once, we were given some kind of permission. But anyway, yeah, let's get to another one.
All right.
This is another new one. Let me get to the notes. Let me flip through all the notes.
All right, we're waiting for
You guys want to start a cover band?
cool, a cover band.
Yeah,
You want to start a cover band?
yeah.
Just let me know what I can do.
want to play guitar?
That I can't do.
You just gotta act like you're playing.
Or I can do a horn or wind instrument. It won't be that melodic, but it'll be, you know.
That'll work. We'll do it.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. 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 A sober guitarist knows all the solos note for note. Looking for a drummer who's not every other band. Polly. Looking for a bassist who has their own gear. Looking for a rhythm guitar player, show up on time. Make 'em sing and dance to the favorite song from the radio. Wanna get paid on the weekends. Wanna play in a cover band. We don't need to waste money on music videos or studio time. We don't have to waste time writing our own material. We don't have to tour, play the 4 to 5 bars in town. We can make payments on another boat or vacation home. Where's your dignity? Where's your pride? Show me your craftsmanship. Show me your cleverness. Show me yourself. The sky under your song. Make 'em sing and dance to the favorite song on the radio. Wanna be in a cover band, wanna get paid on the weekend. Make 'em sing and dance to the favorite song on the radio. Wanna get paid on the weekend. Wanna play in a cover band. You guys want to play in a cover band? Somebody, anybody?
Let's do it. All right. So I recognize that one. I know I've seen you do that one before. That's good. I mean, you don't have to do all new, but. So, technically, how many releases would you say you have? 2, 3?
Under this name, I have 2.
Okay.
I have 2.
What were you before Yeti?
It was Yeti in the Woods.
You know, I think I remember that. I mean, toward the very
And
beginning.
a lot of it was just like studio album stuff, and I usually like dedicated an album to a friend or a cat
Mhm.
or someone close to me, like my mom or my dad or my brother.
Okay.
There's like 14 albums on that thing on Bandcamp.
Really?
It's all just freeware stuff, though. Like, it's not like the greatest of quality or songwriting, but definitely demo days.
Sure. And there's nothing wrong with that. So if we go to Bandcamp right now, we can
There's-
hear all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, Yeti in the Woods on Bandcamp.
Nice. Nice. I've always respected Bandcamp. I love those guys. They
Def- yeah.
actually look out for the musicians.
It's gotten, yeah, and they've actually updated it more. I think there's like a social network platform on there, kind of like Facebook, where you could like communicate with your fans, I think.
That's a good thing. I know at the beginning it's probably going to be great, but you know eventually somewhere down the road it's going to screw everything up.
Or some big company's gonna grab it, and yeah.
Oh yeah, that's there. I mean, those whoever is running it. In fact, I think it was actually bought.
It was recently changed ownership.
Yeah, and you know how it is. You're afraid it's going to change. Well, of course it's not going to change overnight, but there's a grand scheme and plan for somewhere down the road. Even Facebook, toward the beginning for years and years, it was like, this is great. It's free. Don't gotta worry about anything. You didn't even have ads back then. It really was a social network.
And now your stuff's getting pushed out.
Yeah. and they have an agenda too. It's all political, behind the scenes. Every day I still gotta like X out things. I don't block people, but I X out posts.
Yeah, I do that with sponsored stuff. I don't like seeing.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about that. Music, give me music, or give me somebody I truly have something in common
I'm
with.
gonna train this algorithm. Damn it.
Yeah, but you get a little lax and they come right back, like a sneak attack in the middle of the night with their bayonets. All right, what would you like to do next?
Let's do a coffee break. I'm just joking. Speaking of cover bands, I got a cover I could do. I got a couple covers I could do.
Okay.
Some Detroit. Yeah, here we go.
Here we go. What's up? Detroit Rock City! You guys ready? Do you feel it? Do you feel it coming? You feel it coming on? You feel it in your bones? Can you feel it in your bones?
So no breathing, swallowing. What they call that? The sword.
Swallowing the sword.
No, remember when Gene Simmons he would do that and shoot out flames out of his mouth.
Ooh, maybe we should do that.
You don't have to be into them, but do you ever see videos of them? I mean, truly at their peak, or have you ever seen them?
No, I just remember watching Detroit Rock City, and just like that movie gave me insight to like how big the Kiss aren't. I mean, Kiss. There's a guy in Port Huron that does airbrush Kiss stuff, but he makes money on selling that. That's how it's still popular. It is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And then I really respect the whole like marketing aspect of them. They have like everything and anything Kiss. Kiss Coffin.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't invent necessarily anything, but when I saw them in '78, I really wasn't into their music, but I knew this is going to be a show. It's like, you're a little, I don't know how to word this. I mean, of course, you're not at that grand scale, but there was so much to be entertained by. It wasn't all about just doing the songs. I mean, we're talking like these things that were just big enough for to stand on comfortably and not fall would like rise in the air like 60 feet. And back then, that was groundbreaking.
Yeah.
And then he knew how to. I forget what they call it. I'm drawing a blank. You literally do this, and then you can spit fire. You pour something, maybe in your mouth
I got you.
that isn't dangerous, but you're able to. Literally, you look like a dragon when you do it. And there was all kinds of things. There was blood. There was all kinds of stuff. And
So like a Space Skull show.
kind of, you know. But obviously, you saw the same show for that tour. It wasn't like, but creative people like Space Skull, you come back and see them the next time. Yeah,
It's not the same.
they go out of their way to this is a different show. They didn't do this last time.
Improv just leaves it all wiggly niggly anyways, and then you don't need to practice anything if you're just improvising anyway. So
Yeah, but to be fair, people are.
it does look better when you practice. Though.
Oh yeah. Damn, I wish I could do that once in a while.
Sometimes you just can't fit it in.
Just to see if it, I like it. No, but I mean, to be fair, when you're getting paid that kind of money and you want to give the fans,
oh yeah,
it's
I mean, I don't know, it's a production.
There's no room for error.
It's staged production there.
yeah. They were one of the few people doing that now. I mean, I see this stuff nowadays, and it's like, yeah, there was people that were doing that 50 years ago, but it was more unique and it was more, you know what I'm saying? It stood out. It wasn't like, okay, we're going to have dancers. Okay, we're going to have these lights all of a sudden. Choreograph this, choreograph that,
Yeah.
And nothing against it, but that's not what I go to a show for, But anyway, you ready for another one?
Yes. Yeah, I like to go to shows to see pedal boards. I want to see the pedals you're using. I want to stare at that board and analyze it and memorize it and oogle and drool all over it until you get up on stage and start playing, and then I start drooling all over the sounds you're making with it.
A pedal fetish.
But, yeah, I want to see your pedal boards. Show me your pedal boards.
I'll even pay you for it.
Yeah. Come on, please, mister. I got $100. Come on. You just want to see it? Just unzip it. Just a little bit. Just give me a couple. Just let me see a couple. Is it a DS1? Whoa, yeah.
I like that. That's wonderful. You ready?
I'm sorry. I'm still going in my mind about it.
No, enjoy yourself. That's what we're here for.
I'm going to do another cover of a Detroit rocker.
A local Detroiter. Another Detroiter, I guess. But they're not so famous.
Maybe you could tell me who it is.
I didn't mean what I said when I said that I dread being around you like the dead. I actually like the dead, like the dead, like the dead. There's something so unnatural about you, unnatural.
is it?
You know what? I'm drawing a
You
blank.
don't know
Believe
who
it or
it
not.
is.
No, but
It's Carmel Liberty.
oh, okay. I think it's the context. I mean, I know a lot of her music. I have actually had her on the radio many years ago at Henry Ford College, WHFR. Yeah, she is. She's very talented. Same with her artwork. Do you know Carmel or Carmel? I'm sorry, forgive me. She designed the CMF logo.
Yeah, I thought she did.
Yep. Yep.
Hell
yep.
yeah.
So, yep.
Sick.
I'm on.
It looks good.
Yep.
It's
it
very
does.
clean.
Yeah, I mean, she fiddled with some things, but then we talked, and she said, "Well, this is kind of what I'm looking for, and I don't want to look like a couple of the other local festival logos. I mean, all I want people to know is like, oh, they know that's Corktown CMF. It's not 2 or 3 others. And we work together, and I really like it. I really think she did a great job.
Yes, it looks good.
Yeah. Speaking of, I mean, before we get out of here, I'd like, if you don't mind, maybe talk a little bit about your art, the
My
stuff that you have,
art.
all that.
My art. Well, actually, recently I just got a really sick opportunity. I went across the west side of the state. Someone I used to know that lived in Port Huron moved out that way, and he just does DJ now, like for party or wedding, like for hire, to make money, and then he throws these festivals on the weekends when he can with that money for other artists and vendors and stuff. New Wave Music Fest. But he got hooked up with a guy who owns the Henderson Castle in Kalamazoo, who also owns like 3 other properties in the area, one of them being LaFont and Portage. But I got to go out to Portage to paint this ice cream truck they're going to be having on the road to hand out ice cream during some of these festivals. And I got to work with 2 other artists from out that way, which was cool. And they put me up, since the guy who owned the food truck owned the Henderson Castle, he put me in some sweet shindigs. It was called the Upjohn.
Yeah.
And it was like, I was like, this isn't where I'm staying tonight. There's a mistake. And I go in there, and there's like this older white couple from Canada, and they're like, we're waiting on our room. And I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to be just getting a room. And they're telling me I'm supposed to go to the Henderson Castle to get my key and stuff. And I'm like, well, I didn't hear all that. But I had to wait for a minute for a guy to come and whatever. But
So-
it was just real fancy digs, like Victorian house. Just
They didn't try to escort you out a couple
no,
times?
no. And I wasn't like, I was wearing like painting clothes, like some just like basketball shorts and a tore up shirt with paint. So I didn't look the greatest.
Oh, that's a story to tell for a long
But
time.
they put me up in there, and I got gas and paid me for the work. And I was like, this is probably my first serious art gig.
And that is sweet. You realize that, God willing, maybe even after you're like, I'm not doing it anymore, there's still going to be kids like running and screaming for ice cream, and they're still going to be looking at that,
Yeah, that's cool too.
Because that's even when kids, they can't even talk yet. They can figure out that picture means ice cream. They hear the sound, they see the picture. Mommy, I want ice cream. No, we were all there. We used to have, unfortunately, the one that we had that would come by was like more low end, because 7 Mile and John R. It didn't happen very often. And it wasn't really so much they were worried about the neighborhood, but they knew they weren't going to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
It wasn't like everybody comes swarming from all the houses, because that's the way we did it back then. I mean, you literally, your parents would say, all right, I can't get you ice cream, so don't get excited. And then the next day, all right, I know they usually come around 3 o'clock, so I want you paying attention. As soon as you hear it, give me a heads up. Because you know how it is. They don't sit there and, stop for you. You got to get their attention, But anyway, yeah, anyway, I digress. But that's great. That's wonderful. That should get the word out, somewhere, somehow.
I got my art. I got an art show at the Exquisite Corpse. It's a coffee shop in Port Huron. It's just it's the same block as the Raven on the corner towards Main Street Bridge a little bit more.
I got to make it out there. I've heard of both of them. Yeah.
The Exquisite Corpse has probably the best coffee in town because they roast their own coffee right there in there. They're just only open from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. every day.
I'm barely getting out of bed.
Exactly. Yeah. And then, like, usually I'm like at work from 7 to 2, so like I miss them completely.
Yeah.
But yeah, my art will be in there for the whole month of June, and 30% of my art sales will be going to the Port Huron Ally Center.
Nice. Very nice. See? It's spreading, I'm always happy when I hear that, because you know what I do. So, yeah, that's wonderful. Cool.
Trying.
All right. So, any upcoming shows at all? It doesn't, Port Huron's fine or whatever.
Next weekend we're playing in Portage out by the food truck at LaFont.
Mm-hmm.
It's just across from the airport if you know the area. It's
Okay.
on the outskirts of Kalamazoo. Portage is
Okay.
not far, I guess. I wasn't sure until I went out that way. But it's a bunch of DJs. I think it's called Hippie Dippy Fest, put on by New Wave Music Fest.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be vendors. I think there's going to be a smoking tent and music from 6 p.m. until 2 a.m. Friday and Saturday. We'll just be out there Saturday the 24th.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
And then after that, the next time we'll be in Detroit. Well, it'll be Hamtramck. We're playing Christmas in July at Trixie's.
Trixie's is a nice place. I mean,
I like
it's
Trixie's.
it's kind of small, and the attendance can be varied, and it's not the
They got
people
a-
that run its fault. It's just it's kind of off the beaten path if you don't really know Hamtramck, But it's a great place to do a show. Definitely.
They got a weird sound ordinance thing too, because their neighbors are.
Yeah. Well, when you're like the only place that makes noise, and the whole block are going all the way to the Service Drive 75. I mean, yeah, you can't do that. Nobody cared back in the day because they were making just as much noise as you were. But nowadays, after 11 o'clock, most people, even people that are fine, upstanding citizens that work for a living and all that, they're just trying to stream a show if they're still awake. That's about it. They don't want to hear that.
Well, put some headphones on, damn it.
No, that would mess up their hair,
I'm just
I hate when that happens.
Man, I can't wait. It's going.
I reached a certain point. I always promised myself, once I got in my 30s, I'm going to shave my head and never look back. And I never regretted it, except for now sun is kind of,
Oh, yeah, it's going to get me.
It's not so much that it does damage, but it's nice when you're 30s and you shave your head. You got that nice, shiny, bald head. But when you get older, no matter what you do, it's like things start taking its toll. And then you got a mole here and a spot there.
The weather damage.
Yeah, hopefully somebody loves you for your imperfections,
Speaking of which, Megan, my right-hand girl here,
Mm-hmm.
you can come out of the bean
Are
suit
you talking
now.
about imperfections now? Not Megan.
No. Yeah, you come out, Megan. Sorry.
Oh, we got to see her
She can't.
one time before we get out of
This
here.
Megan! She's my band manager and lead air guitar player.
All right.
That's how I got here today, was because of Megan.
Yeah, you need that support. It's wonderful.
My Meg White.
There you go. Never thought of it that way.
She does much more, though.
So you gotta
Just joking.
you
man.
gotta change your name to Jack something. Oop, I don't know.
I'll go with Jack Skellington. We'll just do that.
All right.
Come on, Sally.
Does she really have to do that? Can she just So-
Do what?
Is she gonna put it back on?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's over with. We're done with the bean suit now.
All
No
right.
more bean suit. You guys don't.
Oh, now we got the
Yeah.
flying colors.
There's more.
I can handle that. All right. So if we work it out, I think we got time for two more, and unless you got a long one, but
2 more? All right.
you don't have to worry about stopping right at 8. If you go a little over, that's fine.
I got 2 more.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right.
So, without further ado, if you're going to do 2 more, you can go at least a little after 8. I'm going to sign off. Yeti, Megan, thank you so much for coming down. I really enjoyed it. This is what I need to keep me going. I had a great time. I had some laughs, and I hope you did too. And please come back again. But I'll
Thank you,
leave it
Scott.
to you. And once again, the one and only Yeti and Megan.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, 11 Mile Sessions. I don't have friends in real life. They all died in a burning car crash. I was the only one to survive. At least that's what I say to my mind. I don't have friends in real life. They all died in a bungee jumping accident. That's what I tell myself. 'Cause they don't talk to me anymore. all my friends on social media, aren't you? All right, guys. Can I get the viewers at home to do something for me? Just do one thing for me. You're gonna clap your hands for me, okay? Clap your hands for me. If you don't have hands, put your feet in the air. Don't give up. Don't stop. Keep going. You got this. Dreaming. Keep hoping.